Hello, and thank you for joining us on Tangiers Tavern, our weekly video installments, adding new information to the hookah community and advising hookah smokers everywhere. Our first segment, as always, flavor mixes with Rhiannon. What have you got for us today, Rhiannon?
Yay! It's a me! So, I have 4 mixes here. 2 of them are in the purple family, or mints. So the first mix I have here is lemon, experiment, and sour. So from 12 o'clock to 6 o'clock is lemon. Experiment is from 6 to 10. And then sour is from 10 to 12. The second one I have is Sevilla orange and limon, and it is mostly the orange from 12 to 9 o'clock, and then from 9 all the way to 12 again is the limon. And then this third mix I have here is sour and French jelly. Sour is from 12 to 7 o'clock, and then French jelly is 7 to 12. This one's actually kind of reminiscent to the Brambleberry French jelly mix I did a few weeks ago, but this is a lot more closer to what I wanted originally, and this was actually a mix that I had gotten from Travis. And this last one here is Blue Gumball 2.0 and New Lime. So from 12 to 6 o'clock is Blue Gumball, and from 6 back to 12 is New Lime. So it's a split mix.
So then we worked our way up now weekly all the way up to our purple family, which is the strongest in our categories. So we've got 2 members of the purple family. So we've got our purple brown, which is just our mints. So in your purple brown, you're going to find cane mint, experiment, limon, and lime. And then the highest classification we have is actually purple black. We're going to call that our sticky mints. The flavorings are less water soluble in that category, so they're all hard to get out of hoses and pipes and bowls and stuff like that. So flavors in the purple black category, you're going to have like Blister, wintergreen, absinthe, cosmic, stuff that's just going to kind of linger around a little bit. It's kind of harder to get those things out. So it's kind of a category where I stick to. I'm one of those people who like to stick in the purple category.
First off, before we go forward there, we want to introduce George, our guest interview panelist of the week. George Jonson, sales agent, president of, he manufactures some sort of, what is it, made of plastic, what's it called? Some Regal Hookahs. Yeah, actually they're made of wood now that I think about it.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, just like you copied the hookah.
Yes, I copied so many people.
What's going on in the hookah industry?
Oh, you know, we're just watching all the pending litigation, the things going on in Massachusetts on the federal side. I'm not involved in that stuff. I'm just staying to my local jurisdictions in California. And in that last week, prior, we got the carve out for Long Beach. Thank goodness, the second largest city in LA County.
For those people who are tuned in on their cell phones or their laptops, they're not quite sure what a carve out is. Can you explain that to us?
It's an exemption, so we're in a draft ordinance, depending on how it's written, we plan of attack being if it's a full flavor ban, then we're gonna come out in full regalia and attack the city council as best we can. So what we're asking for is for them to exclude hookah products from their ordinance. That is a carve out, that is also known as an exemption.
So do you meet with the council members like before the actual hearing, just to kind of hear your side, vice versa?
We give a presentation on all the component parts that you need to smoke a hookah. We even bring a coal burner and a bottle of water, and if you're missing any of these components, it's not happening.
So do you think the biggest thing you're running into then is just a lack of education?
It is completely education. On some of the city councils that we show up to, they don't know what a hookah is. For many of them, it's the first time seeing one. So, and then they go, wow, I didn't realize what it is.
I saw the one video where you were speaking and you addressed, I think it was a council member, like, judging by the fact that you have that picture upside down, you have no idea what this is that you're looking at. She's like turning the page.
I try to be as respectful as possible, and going back to that, it is just an education. It is giving them the facts, giving them the education, and hopefully that they're reasonable enough to see the difference.
That's why we need more videos like this, more videos like you're producing, because a lot of this is awareness. They don't know what's going on, they don't know what's going on in things, but if they know and people out there can vote, they can go up to Congress, they can do these things because they know, oh wait, this is dumb, we should research it instead of just shooting off the hip.
Well, and the thing too is it's I see a lot of stuff based on what you're doing in California and stuff, but that's just because I follow you, I'm friends with you and that kind of stuff. But I don't know that I'm afraid that it's going to fall into a bystander effect where everyone just assumes that, hey, George and John are going to the meetings, they'll figure it out. Well, no, everybody's got to be aware of what's going on and what they can do to help.
I mean, you're practicality based, man. Like these kids talking about kids doing hookah at school. You got 30 minutes. You got 10 minutes to make this hookah. You guys spoke 30 minutes. Come on. Yeah. It doesn't make any sense.
There's no hiding it. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's.
I'll even say to people as an adult on their lunch break, if they don't have all the tools, they're not going to be able to enjoy a bowl pack and have it done on their lunch break. There's not enough time, and it's just a problem with perception.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, if you Google hookah lounge, the stuff that comes up isn't the best light for us. I gave a speech to Hookah Expo Worldwide on Hookah Expo Worldwide 2 years ago. I said, we have to class it up, guys. The cigar lounges aren't being threatened by anybody because they're not calling the cops all the time. There's not underage people drinking in the parking lot. The police aren't called for fights. We have to class it up. We'll never be as classy as a cigar lounge, but we can get somewhere in between. It's a process, and I can't dedicate as much time as I would like to it. I have responsibilities. I have other things I need to do. I have to make money. I'm doing this pro bono out of my own time, my own pocket, right?
So now with Massachusetts banning flavored tobacco, there are exemptions for cigar and hookah cigar bars,
on-site consumption.
Right, and again, what are they going to do? Are they going to do anything about? Are they going to do anything about internet sales? No, I don't think they can. But how does that overall going to affect your battle in California?
The emergency actions brought by Andrew Cuomo in the state of New York and the governor of Michigan making these emergency declarations to ban e-cigarette sales, right, were challenged in court and defeated, thrown out because they didn't go through the regular check boxes of the legislative process, right? And that's where the problem with Michigan is going to be. Is if they checked off all the boxes, it would be very difficult for us to challenge it in a different sense. Right? And the state of California will be looking to other states for guidance in what they're doing. I can see reading all the draft ordinances from all these cities that they're all sharing information. They're copying and pasting the same verbiage from somewhere, right? They're getting their draft ordinances, and they'll claim that they painstakingly drafted it themselves. But I'm not stupid. It's not deja vu that I keep seeing the same paragraphs with the same exact sentence structure.
Well, what you're saying was very important because you said that all these states are doing copy and paste, they're giving each other information. You know what? The biggest threat is their unity. What we gotta do is have unity too. I mean, all these people that are out there, they have social media accounts, Twitter, Facebook, all that kind of stuff. They're talking to each other about stuff anyways. Why don't you talk about something that kind of matters? Aren't you sick and tired of going to groups or family events? You got a hookah, they're seeing you with the hookah, and they're like, hey, is there weed in there?
I've been dealing with that my whole life.
Yeah, you got a hookah pen, all this kind of stuff.
It's like, man, you must be doing great now that marijuana is legal in California.
I just want to smack my mom's cousins all the time.
Exactly. This is flavored tobacco.
Why don't you get Cheech and Chong to sign one of your hookahs?
Right.
Oh my God, can I just slap you?
You guys are on your phone, your computer, social media. Just use that stuff.
Yeah.
Use that stuff and tell everybody.
Well, it doesn't help that we have other companies that are still using cartoons, still using Cheech and Chong, still using these things that are not looking good for our industry.
Yeah.
We need to have more cohesion within manufacturers to take imagery off their packaging, to not use candy flavors, no more unicorn poop, no more things that can be construed as marketing to children. Let's be responsible industry people. Right?
Yeah, well, the problem here, the underlying thing that people aren't addressing Well, people are addressing it, but nobody's really buying into it. That, you know, the big cigarette manufacturers love all this get rid of the flavored tobacco industry, because that puts everything back on the cigarette. And the cigarettes for sure, we know very well that cigarettes are harmful to human beings. And so we want to push everything back to, oh, well, you're either smoking cigarettes or you're not smoking anything. There's no middle ground.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense, you know.
Until you look at the economic side of it.
Well, if you're a cigarette manufacturer, I'm all in favor of banning flavored tobacco.
It's interesting that only persons in the business that have an FDA-approved cessation device is IQOS, right? Maybe Blue. And
IQOS is marketed by Altria.
Is Altria. So those guys stand to create a vacuum in the market. And when that vacuum is created, they will fill it with their replacement product. I don't subscribe to all the conspiracy theories, but the more I get involved, the more I start giving it credence that Juul may have been bought into by Altria in attempts to crash it into the side of the mountain.
Yeah, well, what else would you suspect? We got to take a break here, and we got to get you guys to try Rand's flavor mix that we got cooking.
Woohoo!
Yeah, and then we'll resume our little jaunt down memory lane with Mr. Johnson. Okay, so Lauren has some new yes and no's for us today.
Yes. So the yes is going to be everybody's dream car. Originally it was going to do my dream car, and I was like, oh, well, we could personalize it to each person in their dream car, favorite car, whatever they want to do. And then the no is hell no. Don't want it, don't like it, ugh.
Okay, so what we got here, lemon experiment sour. Would you guys give it? Sexy car or hell no?
It's a lot of sexy cars.
It's like when you're stuck in
Sexy car.
Woo! Sexy cars.
I gave it an 8.5.
Heck yeah.
I gave it a 7.
All right, Sevilla Orange and Limon.
That one was rough. Oh, try that.
Everybody unanimous again. Not a sexy car, it's a hell no. Sour and French jelly.
Look at all these sexy
I
cars.
gotta tell you, I was like, this is gonna be a terrible idea. But
Well,
Oh,
sexy
sexy
car.
Sexy cars.
Yes.
sexy car. So Blue Gumball 2.0 and New Lime.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Can we extravagant go? Boom, 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 boom.
Sexy car.
Sexy car. That is a hit. I gave it a 10.
I gave it a
That
9.5.
one should have the fire emoji.
That's the best flavor mix Rand's made.
That is really good.
Tastes like the purple Skittle pack.
Tropical Skittles is for sure.
That was some good flavor mixes today, except
We
for
all
this
were
new.
Yeah,
pretty
we
much
were
like
all
on the
unanimous
same.
on everything.
Yeah.
I don't think that's happened yet.
I'm just really glad Lauren likes stuff. I'm so happy.
I do.
She likes things.
Well, whatever. What else is on your mind, George?
Oh man, just keep on trucking. Join Hookah Chamber of Commerce. Get involved. Stay in tune with what's happening. If it's coming to your local city, your local state, stand up for your rights. If you need any help, reach out to me. So, save hookah. We're gonna do it as best we can. Superman. I'm not breaking the buttons off because I like this shirt. Ha!
Love it.
I like this shirt. Not going anywhere. Yep.
That's a Twitter hashtag, I see.
Yeah.
I see.
Yep. Well, it's gonna happen. We're gonna work it.
Well, all right. Thank you for joining us on Tangiers Tavern, our weekly program dedicated to the hookah smokers of the world. If it's information that's on hookahs, hopefully we'll have it for you. Have a hookah day.